Hey adventurers, so today is going to be a different video than I normally do, but it's one that I've been wanting to do for a while, and also one that I am choosing to do now because it will set up a little bit for another video that I plan to do sometime down in the future. And so this video is judging the books that I own based on their cover, or rather, let me rephrase that. It's judging the books that I own with dragons on the covers, based on their cover. Just how well the dragons are portrayed, stuff like that. But the reason why I'm doing this video now is because down the road I am going to do a Why I Love Dragons video, and it's going to be talking about the various different aspects about dragons that I personally love and why they're one of my favorite fantasy creatures of all time. So to get started, I've got several books here, and some of these are a little bit of a stretch when I say dragon, and that will be reflected in their score. But it will be fun to do. So we'll start with one that is very clearly a dragon, and that would be Tales from the Perilous Realm by Jr Tolkien. So this very clearly, very obviously has a dragon right on the front, right there, and it's a beautiful dragon. This is a solid 10 out of 10 dragon. The cover itself, Tolkien art is always gorgeous, but this cover is easily a perfect 10 out of 10 for me. That dragon just looks so good. I absolutely adore this cover, and I still need to read this book, but that's just a great dragon. So let's do another one that is a little bit less of a dragon. In fact, I think most people would argue that it is not a dragon, and that is Inkheart by Cornelia. This has a lizard on it, but there are some fire around here, so I'm thinking, well, maybe consider it a dragon. But it's a lizard. Dragons are kind of lizards, so maybe like a 2 out of 10. Not very dragony. Still a nice cover, not anything particularly spectacular or just blow me away beautiful, but it's okay. Let's do this one next. So, On the Edge of the Dark Sea of Darkness, The Wingfeather Saga, Book 1 by Andrew Peterson. This one does have sea dragons on it. You can see them a little bit in the background there, and you can see a cloud outline of one up on the top there. The dragons are super cool. It actually does technically have dragons on it, so that's easily automatically a 5 out of 10. Unfortunately, the dragons are very small, and you can't really tell. It's very hard to tell that that's a dragon unless you know that it is, and so I'll say maybe a 6 out of 10 for this one. This one looks fun. We'll do this one. A Natural History of Dragons by Bryn. This is book 1 of the Lady Trent Memoirs, and it's got very obviously got a dragon on the front. It's actually very cool. So it's done, the way that the art is done, it looks like it's an anatomical breakdown of a dragon, or specifically of a Bistrana rockworm, I believe is what they're called. And so you can see all the little markings on it. I don't know how well you can see it on the video, but they're there, trust me. But it goes from this very beautiful front end and goes back down towards the tail with a more anatomical breakdown of the dragon. This is a very cool cover. It is clearly a dragon, so that's easily a 5 out of 10 automatically, but it's also just beautiful, so I'm gonna bump this up to about a 9 out of 10. We'll do another one right here. So The Tropic of Serpents, which is book 2 of the Lady Trent Memoirs by Brennan. And this one also has dragons on it, but it's not an anatomical breakdown that's as pretty as that first one. That's okay. There is a dragon on here. You can't quite tell. Is there 1 dragon? Is there 2 dragons? Is there 3 dragons? Maybe. I don't exactly know. It also kind of looks like they're a little bit blurred. So I'm gonna say maybe only a 7 out of 10, I guess. 6.5, something like that. It's clearly a dragon, but just not as distinct and beautiful as that first one. Book 3 of Lady Trent Memoirs by Brennan. This is clearly got a dragon on it. This is a big, massive sea serpent. I think you can call sea serpents dragon. It's not exactly a dragon, so maybe I shouldn't, but I think it's close enough, and it's in this book. You'll understand why I say that. I'm gonna consider it a full dragon, and that's automatically a 5 out of 10. Unfortunately, because it's not just obviously like a massive, beautiful, fire-breathing dragon or something so distinctly like that, I can't give it a ton of points. So as beautiful as it is, and as gorgeous as its artwork is, I think I've got to give it about a 7 out of 10. Let's do this one, because this one will be fun real quick. Dinosaurs Before Dark by Mary Pope Osborne. This is the first book in the Magic Treehouse series, and it's got a pterodactyl on the front, which most people would argue that pterodactyls aren't dragons, they're dinosaurs, but also some people would argue that they're not dinosaurs even. So I guess I would say this is a flying winged reptile, which basically describes most dragons. Oh, I forgot a book. I'll have to run and grab that real quick. But I think that it's decently dragon-like. Clearly not a true dragon, but close enough, so I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. The next book that I will choose to go with is Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. This is book 4 of the Harry Potter series, and it doesn't really have a dragon on it, but there is this scaly hide thingy that wraps around, looks like it's probably a tail, possibly this is a wing to it. Either way though, I believe that's supposed to be a dragon, and if it is, that's good. So it's at least a real dragon, but because you can't see a lot of the dragon or the whole dragon or anything like that, unfortunately I can't give it full points. So this is about a 3 out of 10 dragon cover. Let's go with this one next. This is book 4 of the Lady Trent Memoirs by Brennan, so In the Labyrinth of Drakes. I don't have book 5, so you won't see book 5 on this list, unfortunately. But I do have book 4, and so this one is very gorgeous. This is what is described in the book as like the dragon that everybody knows, where they're fire breathing, they're beautiful, gorgeous, all that kind of stuff. They like to sit on gold, stuff like that. So that's what this dragon is on the front here. So automatically, because it's a true dragon, because there's a baby dragon, there's this young juvenile dragon there, that's automatically lots of points. This is easily a 9 out of 10 cover for me. Maybe even a 10 out of 10 cover. Hey, there is some anatomical breakdown a little bit to that one too. Not as much as the first one, but still, that's pretty cool. I haven't really looked too closely at this cover. Still, that's pretty cool. That's a good cover. I could easily bump that up to a 10, but I think I'll leave it at a 9. What's the next one that I got? Another one that it's a little bit of a stretch because there's barely a dragon on it. But this is The Shaping of Middle-earth by Jr Tolkien. This is one of his, I guess I'll just call them lore books. Histories of Middle-earth, Volume 3? Volume 4. I think it's Volume 4, Histories of Middle-earth. But you can see I don't know how well you can see, but on this shield here, there is a dragon. So yes, there is a dragon on this shield, or on this cover. And so it's a true dragon, at least it looks to be a true dragon. I will give it 5 out of 10 for that. The rest of the cover is gorgeous, but I can't give it more than 5 out of 10 because you can't really tell if unless you're really looking for a dragon on it, you're not really gonna find a dragon. Let's go with this one next. Pictures by Jr Tolkien. This is clearly a dragon on the front. It is described as a dragon. It is a worm though. And this is an image of Glaurung, who is one of the most terrifying dragons in Tolkien's Legendarium, and this is a gorgeous image. It is a painting hand done by Tolkien himself, a copy of one obviously, but gorgeous, and it's a true dragon. You can see all of the dragon. I'm gonna give this easily an 8 out of 10. Then we will go with The Two Towers by Jr Tolkien. My specific edition has a fell beast up on the top here, and not really a dragon, but it is a winged flying reptile-like creature, almost dragon-like, not a true dragon, 4 out of 10. It's a very beautiful cover though, especially when you put the other two on it and see the whole mural of them. That's very cool. And the last book that I have, I believe this is the last book that I have that has a dragon on the cover, is Talendor's Guest by Charles McGarry. And this one's just got a massive dragon head just sitting there, steam rising up out of it. Very cool cover, very cool dragon. This is easily a 10 out of 10. So we've got, let's see, what are my 2 10 out of 10 books? I guess the winners of this rating, whatever it is Talendor's Guest by Charles McGarry and Tales from the Perilous Realm by J.R.R. Tolkien. Some beautiful dragons on these covers, just gorgeous artwork. So that is my ranking of dragon book covers. Just a random, really worthless video, but it's fun to do, and it's fun just to have these videos that really don't mean a whole lot, but are just fun videos to make. So thank you guys for watching an Erudite Adventure. Be on the lookout for that future video where I will be discussing what it is about dragons that makes me love them so much. I've got to do some work on that. I've got to really sit down and think about that and come up with a good idea of what I'm doing in that video, so that it's not just me rambling and ranting and talking. Thank you guys for watching an Erudite Adventure. We post videos every Monday and Thursday. We have our social medias linked in the description down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you guys again soon. Stay warm.